I'm Gregory. I'm the founder of RYSE Media. Um, I'm the one that kind of does all the things in the shadows. So it's nice to meet you. Um, I saw your highlights from what you guys sent us, and I like your game, man. I like your game. I like that you got that dog in you.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one thing that'll never leave.
Sure. So could you introduce yourself for anybody watching?
My name is Baraka Karani Lee Jr., aka Rocky. I am from. I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, from Atlanta, Georgia, but I moved to Kansas at around my sophomore year of high school. I didn't play high school ball. Didn't play college ball. I just played in the streets with grown-ups my whole life.
Hmm.
I always just was a sponge. I always loved basketball. Always loved being around basketball. Um, I was just always that kid that just looked on YouTube and figured it out myself. Like I really didn't have people teaching me. Like the one person that I can really shout out that made me the person I am today is Neon Campbell. Shout out to my AAU coach. That's the person that really got me out my shell to the point that I knew I could really do this at a high level.
Right. Got you. Got you. And what are you doing today nowadays as far as like basketball goes?
I for what I do as a job, I train kids and build their confidence to make them better. For myself, I just got out of the off season for my semi-professional season. I'm currently trying to go pro overseas. I have a combine that's on August 15th in Hot Springs, Arkansas, that I'm gonna be going to. Hopefully, praying to the Lord, and just been putting in work every day to make sure that I'm sharp enough and my game and my mental is better and my spirit is better so I can be ready for that moment.
For sure. I see like on your page you post a lot of scriptures, and a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
your posts always come with something attached. Is that like
Yes.
does your faith drive you?
Um he's the only man that drives me, bro. There's honestly times that I personally felt like I should have been put this ball down, but God always kept me on that path to be an inspiration for people with this game of basketball that I love so much.
For sure. So thinking about like your journey, like where do you think you made the biggest leap forward?
Man, honestly, when I moved to a different team, because current when I first started playing semi-pro, I was 19. I started playing at 19, and I played with my old team, the Tri-State 66ers, for 3 years, and was just developing myself as a man and as a better basketball player, and just trying to figure out what my game was. And once I moved there, uh I was with my ex at the time,
Hmm.
and we just I moved here, and there was a team in Winfield called the Walnut Valley Bombers, and I was invited from playing into a league game to come to one of their tryouts. They really liked me. They really liked my game, and I think God just put me in that position to make myself a leader. And with a team that there's not a lot of guys that played at a high level, so
Hmm.
be that guy to I had to be a leader. And I think it was something that really shown me that I can be a leader, but it was things that I obviously have to work on to become a better leader.
So that's interesting you say that. So thinking about that, right? I was just having this conversation during one of my other interviews. You know, you look at a player like Stephen Curry,
Hmm.
who you know he's going to get the most shots in the game.
Yeah.
But when you watch how he plays,
Hmm.
he is the happiest person to see a bench player score.
Yes.
And the way he moves around, it's not just he has to be the one to make the play. Is he wants everyone to feel comfortable making a play themselves. He doesn't,
Yes.
beat up anybody. He's always cheering you on and always like, constructive criticism as opposed to just, you know, uh, just being derogatory towards him. And it's a hard fine line to balance, but like seeing, from your own experience, players who might not have had as much experience as you, or
Hmm.
maybe there's a bit of a skill gap.
Yeah.
What is it that you see that you do good, or that you do need to work on, or that anybody could really, learn from to make themselves a better player?
Me personally, I'm gonna start with the thing that I need to work on. Understanding that everybody can't take uh everybody can't take the constructive criticism like everybody else. Some
Mm-hmm.
people are more soft hearted than others, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
With me, I'm like you said, I'm a dog, bro. So sometimes in between those lines, it's like what I'm saying, don't take it to heart. Take it with your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're at war right now. We're in the moment. But sometimes I have to understand that not everybody can respond like that. Or not everybody can play up to that expectations if I tell them the way that I think would work. You know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those situations, and I thank God for putting me in that position because it really made me realize that that's something that I truly had to work on was the way my tone of how I speak to certain people, because
Mm-hmm.
I can be playing say like, okay, when I was on my tri-state team, we could talk to each other like we're dogs, like we're pit bulls in a kennel, and it's no hard feelings. We're at war. You know what I'm saying? But there's some guys that I know I have to be like, hey, uh, I know what you've seen here, but if you in this position, so like it's just learning how to speak to people in certain ways so they can become the better versions of themselves.
Got you. And what do you think you're doing good right now?
Just being me. I think one thing that everybody loves playing with me just because I am an encouraging person. Like I'm the type of person like I don't talk, but my game does the talking. But if I do talk, I'm talking for you. You don't have to say nothing. Play your game because how I think about it when it comes to my energy, I mean, I don't play like Westbrook, but my energy is like Westbrook. Like when
Mm-hmm.
I play basketball, I'm one of the most loudest, most entertaining, most doggish persons ever. Like I don't care who's in front of me. You can be the biggest, tallest person on the court. Like I want to guard him if you're the best player, and I'll let it be known, and I'm gonna talk to you about it. But after the game, we gonna shake hands. We gonna act, we gonna go out, go get something to eat, and act like nothing happened. But in between those lines, we at war. That's how I
Yeah.
think about it.
Okay. Um, when you look at other players outside of like your immediate circle, or maybe even in your circle, but like you look at other players that may be on struggling teams or maybe are put in a leadership position but don't know how
Mhm.
to like really handle it. What advice would you give them?
Patience. Patience is everything, and just trusting that you can become better. Because I think my problem is, or was during the season, that I was trying to hurry up and be that star player on a team that nobody really knew me. You know what I'm saying? And even though I was probably the most skilled player, probably the most best bucket getter on the team, it doesn't mean that I have to Kobe my way to the game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some people have to understand, like the same way how people say you got to let the game come to you, you have to let the leadership come to you too, because at the end of the day, we're all grown men. So a lot of grown men not gonna listen to another grown man opinion if it's not a good opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, so sometimes, bro, you got to understand, like that's why I was saying like before, the way that you talk to people, and it could be in business, it can be in life, period. The way that you talk to people can go a long way. Because like I said, I can talk to somebody like a pit bull, or I can talk to somebody as like we talk in business. And they could take it regardless of how they take it, they can take it which way. But the way I want you to take it, I want you to be the best version of yourself.
For sure, for sure. Okay. What about your community that you're in right now? You know, I know you said you train the kids right now, but are you active in your community as far as
Oh,
like getting engaged in
yes.
things?
Yes. That's something that I truly take pride in. One thing that people really don't understand with me, kids to me are the biggest thing when it comes to being a mentor and a somebody that they can look up to. Because not saying I didn't have that, but I got it late.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have it until I was 18, 19, out of school. I didn't really care about basketball. I was working a 9 to 5. I wasn't really hooping at the time. I didn't really care for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get that mentorship until I was 18, 19, when I truly needed it, to the point that, yeah, some people, I was a late bloomer. So, but my job as the person that wants to be somebody that they look up to, I don't want them to be a late bloomer. I want them to have that mindset and create that mindset now. Because if they can create it now, imagine when you're a 14-year-old kid. Like I just got done training a 14-year-old kid. No complaints, no struggles, just work ethic. That's all I ask for. I don't care if you miss a shot, you can airball a shot, you can bounce it off your foot, go back and do it again. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna have to do anyway. You know what I mean? You're gonna make mistakes. You gotta play through your mistakes. You have to understand that you're human. We're in the flesh. God made us in we're natural born sinners. So we have to understand that anything we do is more of our flesh decision. So we just have to keep that boundary to understand that we can still be better than what we are.
For sure. Um, I agree wholeheartedly with everything you're saying, man. 100%. It's a lot of like what when I was coaching, it's a lot of what I did as well, where um, we spent time making sure like the kids in the community, if you couldn't afford training, if you
Yeah.
couldn't afford to be on a team, like we had no problem.
Oh,
Like,
I try my best not to take any money. I just love to do it just because I love to see the kids smile at getting better.
yeah,
If they smile at getting better and then they want to come back, that means I'm doing my job.
yeah, yeah. I see a lot of like basketball is like these mobile apps now, man, and these games where
Man,
they have like a paywall
man,
for everything, man, and you
man.
can just pay your way to advance, or you
Hmm.
can, but you still got to pay something. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
like you can't be a basketball player anymore unless you got $500 to get started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to get the what is it, the 2K Legendary Edition out the gate. You can't just get the game by itself no more, man. You got to get that Legendary Edition out the gate, and it's like, man, that's tough. That
Yeah.
is tough. But I think it kind of kills the accessibility to basketball.
It makes kids not want to play anymore.
Yeah,
That's how I
and
feel.
not just that though, but it's like the kids that do want to play.
Makes them
Um,
hesitant on wanting to do it.
Yeah, because it's like I have to get that 50,000 VC to start off and boost all my attributes out the gate
Lose all
because
my
like
attributes. Yeah, I gotta pay
could
that $100 to get me right, so I can actually go into the rec and work out. You know what I'm saying?
exactly like there's no development anymore. It's just if you're not ready, if you didn't come out of your mama
Yeah,
dunking, then
Duncan,
you
yeah.
can't you
Who?
can't play on my team, man.
Yeah, that's how it is for real.
But like considering that nowadays, like what do you think would be a good change for the culture and the community of basketball?
I think the pros, or just the yeah, we can say pros because there's a lot of pros. Even I think if you're getting paid to play basketball, you're a pro. No matter where
Hmm.
you're at, you're a pro. I think a lot of pros need to understand that we need to be disciples in the community. Lead people to people might not agree, but I personally don't care. We need to lead people to the word of God through basketball because that's what's gonna get them to have faith in their self. How I feel. Because me personally growing up as a kid, I knew I was good at basketball, but I also didn't have faith when the lights were bright.
Hmm.
All the work I put in, no matter if I put it in for hours, no matter if I'm at the court till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. But when I was a kid, when them lights was bright, sometimes I'm a little shook in my boots because I didn't have faith in the work that I put in. I
Hmm.
think a lot of people have to understand those pros are us as pros, those kids look up to us as disciples. You know what I'm saying? So we're looked at as people as just like, okay, if he believes in me, why not? Why can I not believe in myself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's just putting that encouragement into kids to let them know they can do it too, because I think a lot of kids in this generation just give up so fast, and the attention span is so quick that if they can't get it right away, it's like they want to quit.
Yeah.
So
And something I did notice is uh I'll put it politely. I didn't enjoy working with other trainers a lot,
Mm-hmm.
because I knew a bunch of trainers that, oh, I played at this school D1, I played overseas, and I played
Mm-hmm.
here, I played that, and then I look at what you're teaching, um, and I look at what you're charging, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting better, um, and
I'm
I'm
just putting
also
money in your pocket
putting
at this
money in
point.
your pocket, and because you have a name, you
Yeah.
feel like you can charge as much as you do, and it's like I don't necessarily care about your name. I only care about what you're able to, like the quality of the work you do, And I feel
Yeah.
like uh, that professional level, if you're a pro, you're already making money off of basketball, especially if
Mm-hmm.
you're like in the NBA, if you're in
Yeah.
the international circuit, you're already making money off of basketball. But to then say, all right, on top of that, uh, I have the opportunity to go into these communities. I have
Mm-hmm.
the recognition of people wanting to kind of learn from what I've done, and I
Yeah.
have kids that look up to me. Got posters on their wall of me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what I want to do now is charge $1,000 per kid. That is for a 1 day camp, a 2 day camp.
Yeah.
To me, that's like that is such a disservice to the community. I
It
mean, like
is.
it's like
You're thinking about yourself. That's how I think.
yeah, and it takes away from like what you truly do have. Because then I'll look at like these camps. I'll be part of it. I'll be watching on the sideline, and I'm like, did we just do a layup line for an hour? Did you not teach me what getting open means? Did you not teach me
A pin
how to
down screen. Can you
right,
not teach me how to come off a pick and roll correctly? Can you not
right?
teach me how to go off? Can you not teach me how to go off? I mean, play defense off the pick and roll because a lot of I guarantee you, I can name so many people that so-called trainers or coaches that cannot teach a kid how to guard a pick and roll.
Yeah, and I think like the to me the
Mm-hmm.
biggest gap between between a prepared athlete and a natural born talent
Mm-hmm.
is their coordination. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that we got these 6'5", 42-inch vertical athletes that can't dribble,
Yeah.
that can't move their body, that struggle moving their feet, and we look at them and say, well, it's just they're good as they are, or they just gotta do this or that, instead of saying, okay, you know what, let's teach them how to actually use their body, how to control themselves, how to work on these things. And it's like there's so much of a disservice in
Mm-hmm.
the community and in the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, if we're going to be able to kind of bridge that gap and allow it to be a more competitive culture, then
Mm-hmm.
it's the people that are trying to build something organic. They're kind of outshined by the bigger names, and
Yeah.
because the bigger names are doing the things kind of selfishly,
Mm-hmm.
um, it inspires more selfish people, and then we get kind of the culture of like we're not really getting these kids ready to play ball.
Yeah.
We get athletes, or we get players instead of teammates, um, and I think that just takes away from the whole experience of basketball, man. What do you see nowadays when you go out to games, whether it be your own games or go out to like other people's games and support, or even when you have your kids and you watch them play? What do you see nowadays is like missing?
The care.
Mm,
I think we have a lot of coaches that truly don't even play basketball and just take the position for the money and just don't teach the kids anything. I think God legitimately brought me into this town for a reason because I literally went to a game last year and this keep in mind this was the football coach that was the coach of the basketball team. I recognized it because I work at the school, I work at the YMCA. So when I seen that, I knew off rip, I'm like, okay, I'm not judging a book by its cover, but if this is the football coach teaching the basketball team, he either just took the check or it was just like he had no other choice. You know what I'm saying? So he's just here to be here. So second off, they're not running any sets. They're not running a play on coming down on offense. There's kids that's legitimately good, but they're scared to play their game because they got to run this same play or the same action every time. You know what I'm saying? How I think about it as a coach and as a trainer, my coach used to say, my AAU coach used to say, and I take this proudly, we're not robots at the end of the day. We're basketball players. Like everybody has their own style of how they play. The way that you make the game work is using everybody's style and bringing it as a fist. Because if you can bring it as a fist with everybody's style compact, it makes the game so much beautiful to watch. That's why they call basketball art, because everybody has their own style, everybody has their own skill, or one to two things that they're really good at on that court, and bringing it together makes it so much compatible.
For sure. I hear that, man. Do you think that we have a good future ahead of us in
Oh
basketball?
yeah, if as long as I believe personally, yes, we do. I think it's just as long as the pros in the community and everywhere else as basketball players, and not as basketball players, as men, we need to come together, or women too. We need to come together as one and help these children, and even college athletes that just want to get better, old people, just understanding that it's there's always room to get better, and you don't need to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to pay for something that you know you need to work on. I always say God gave you a gift. So what do I look like not using that gift that he gave me? Disrespectful.
Right.
So
Right. And if we kind of take that like a little further, like off the court as well, what do you feel like is the biggest gap between, where we are and where we should be as a community as a whole?
um I think holding players accountable, and even parents too, because I feel like a lot of parents don't allow their child to lose, and they don't want to see their child to lose. And people
Mm,
have to understand losing is what's gonna make you a winner. I can't even count on my hands and toes how many times I lost in this life, but I'm still gaining the things that I want to do as a professional basketball player. Like,
right.
but I took way more losses than I took wins. Like, there's times that I've been scammed by somebody that said that I can go overseas. There's times that I've been I've just lost game winners, or lost a game that I shouldn't have lost, or really was hooping and then just hurt myself in a situation. Like, there's so many things that people have to understand, that it takes time to be a winner in
Mm,
something. Like, Michael Jordan didn't make his JV team, bro. You know what I'm
mm,
saying, bro? And then he became so-called one of the greatest players of all time. And people have to understand, bro, he took a lot of losses to get there. Like, it wasn't like it was just sunshine and rainbows.
yeah, yeah. Um, well,
I think
speaking,
we just have to allow parents to let their kids lose so they can figure out how to win.
yeah, yeah. I think that's kind of the perfect way to put it. Be okay with losing so you can learn how to win. That's beautiful. We got to put that on a plaque somewhere, man.
Nah, for real.
Well, looking at basketball right now, man, I mean, looking at the NBA, you see how the shakeups have been going on, the
Hmm.
trades have been going on.
Hmm.
You got LeBron in Philly with Jalen Brown, Joel Embiid. You got Paul George in Boston. You got Giannis in Miami. There's a lot of things going on,
Yeah.
especially on the East. And you look
Hmm.
at the West, you got a healthy Curry. You got Kyrie coming back with Cooper
Hmm.
Flag and Clay. Um, you got like a whole bunch of different things going on in the league. Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball together.
Hmm.
John Morant's on the Blazers now. Like, what do you expect from this season?
Excitement. I think
Like,
people have to understand, and change is good in certain situations that people think it's bad.
yeah,
So I think with the NBA now, I think everybody's gonna look at it as like, oh well, everybody wants to be on a super team. I think a lot of people have to also understand that some some positions that people think is good is not good for your mental.
yeah,
Like, and I think that was a lot of situations for a lot of players that did get traded. Like, for instance, Giannis. Giannis won what, one ring since he was
yeah.
there, and he had the teams to do it. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, bro. Like, Giannis had the teams to do it, but it's hard to do it when the GM don't want to bring people over and help him.
Hmm.
Like, he only had Dame, and not saying that Dame got hurt, and before he was hurt, he was hooping.
Hmm.
But people have to understand, bro, like change is good until change is good when people talking crap about it. If people not talking trash about it, that that's when it starts to be like, okay, maybe this isn't a good decision. I always think to myself, if people not really talking behind my back or talking about what I'm not doing, like, okay, say for instance, if you on an Instagram post, if you post an Instagram post, there's gonna be people that so call your friends that won't like it, right?
Yeah,
Then you got those random people that actually like your stuff. Those are the people that so called are your real fans, other than your people that so called your real friends.
hmm,
And those are the people that you should really be looking towards to get that out to, because the people that's closest to you are the people that's really gonna be jealous.
yeah,
As much as I hate to say it, it's the truth, because it's just a lot of the time we're gonna be looked at as, oh well, I should be there too. That's how a lot of people think, and it sucks to say, but that's just the flesh of what people live in. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a matter of just understanding that change is good.
I get that. Yeah, I think that it puts a lot of things in perspective because when you see someone that you would expect to be a cornerstone get traded,
Mm.
I think it reminds you of like, wait a minute, they haven't really been as successful as you think they have been. And
Mm-hmm.
if they have been productive,
Mm-hmm.
have they been a big fish in a small pond or have
Mm-hmm.
they been, someone who actually makes their team better?
Mm-hmm.
Like I look at LaMelo and I say he's super talented, but I don't think he's a winner yet. You know what I
Not yet.
mean? And I
But
think,
honestly,
hmm,
the fact that he went to the Timberwolves, I think that's what's gonna make him turn it on.
hmm,
Like, no offense, bro. Like, Ant from my city, he's one of the most competitive people that I've probably ever seen in my life.
yeah,
So when it comes to competing and wanting to win, Ant is one of those top five, top 10 guards that's gonna be coming out with that dog mentality.
hmm,
So when it comes to winning, and I think that's what's gonna bring it out of him. I think people have to understand. Like I said earlier, you you got to be around people that's gonna bring it out of you.
yeah,
You got to, because sometimes you're gonna be around people that obviously can't take that constructive criticism, and you gotta talk to them a certain way, and that sometimes can make you downplay to a play that you are not used to playing at.
hmm,
So I think that's gonna make him turn that dog on. Like, he's already a dog, bro, but like, we also have to think about it too. His whole life, he's been that player that just truly don't care. He's gonna get
yeah,
his regardless. You know what I'm saying, bro? So
yeah,
like, now he's on a team that he gonna have to care a little bit more.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I gotta ask a question because I always get a different answer for this one. All right, um, the fourth quarter, the game is close. If we'll say the game is tied, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes left. Who is the scariest person on the other team? Who would you never want to go up against in the fourth quarter?
In the NBA,
Yeah,
Last 5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. I think Jalen Brunson is like the Allen Iverson of our generation.
Okay.
I don't think people truly understand like how effective he is off that pick and roll with Carl Anthony Towns. Like, I think if you give him any big that can shoot a three ball and can come off a fade pick and can actually come off the screen and roll and dunk something off the lob, you're playing pick your poison at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jalen Brunson at that time, people call him a shot chucker. I say personally, all scores shot chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they all do it, bro. Like Kobe did it, Michael Jordan did it, Steph does it. Like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, bro? Like I think all scorers are shot chuckers, but at the same time, they work on those shots.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just they just shooting the ball just to shoot the ball. Me personally, I think Jalen Brunson is the most scariest at the last 5 minutes because people don't understand in a pick and roll setting with somebody that actually knows how to work it. Like take Chris Paul for example, bro. If Chris Paul was a scorer, even though he still is to me one of the top 10, 15 point guards of all time, if he was a scorer, he would have been one of the most scariest point guards ever.
Yeah.
Just because he's not he every time that he come off the pick and roll, he's not looking to attack. He looking to find DeAndre Jordan off that backside pick and roll and to throw that by the rim. He can hit the midi, he can hit the floater, he can hit the three, but he's not looking for that. He looking for
Mm-hmm.
everybody else. Brunson's coming off that pick and roll to attack every single time, and you have to foul him. Like if you don't foul him, it's to the point that it's either gonna be a layup or it's gonna be a bucket. How I feel, he's gonna get to his spots every time just because he's strong. He's gonna use his bumps. He's gonna utilize his height because he is a short guard, but that makes it easier for guards to get through easy. Like I'm saying this as somebody that's a short guard too. Like it makes it easier for me to get through those little cracks and little windows because
Mm-hmm.
I can maneuver around it. So I think Brunson to me is one of the for sure the hardest players in the fourth quarter to guard because he like especially if he's hitting, he's gonna force the issue. And he's really good at foul baiting. I don't think people understand that. I think foul baiting is a skill. Like
Yeah.
I don't think people really truly understand. Like people be saying, "Oh, it's just foul, 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 foul." Well, if I'm making you foul every time, I think that's a skill. If you're reaching for the ball every single time and you're hitting me every time I go up, that's a skill. Like James Harden to me was the first person that was really doing it like that. If you really look back and watch, he's under sweep every time, Euro sweep every time, but he's getting the foul calls. So it's just like how I think about it. I think the person that could get to his spots every time and know that he can get to that spot every single time is the most scariest. And I think it's Brunson. And he showed it in the playoffs.
Okay. Okay. I personally, you're gonna have to fight me on this one, man. I don't know anyone scarier than Kyrie in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I just
Um,
I need my man back healthy though.
yeah,
I can't say too
yeah, yeah.
much right now.
And I don't even say because of the handle. I think the handles just make it worse
Makes it worse, yeah.
because
Because he can play with you.
he can play with you, but the thing is, you push him somewhere and he still finds a way. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's a underrated skill as well. Adaptability is an underrated skill, and I think
Yeah.
that
It is.
you know, at least in my opinion, I watch the games between him and Steph, and I
Hmm.
watch Steve Kerr say double and triple this man in the fourth quarter, and I still watch him go crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's hard to beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zoom is saying that we're about almost out of time. Um, how do people find you?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Uh,
You can find me on Instagram at RockiesWorld.2. Um, that's mainly where I really be where I put mainly all my contact. I mean, not my contact, but my content out. I'm really just the type of person that just tries to spread the gospel with this game, bro. Like it's
mhm.
like as long as people understand, I'm not a type of person that just do this for fame. I don't do this for just likes. I'm a type of person that I really try to spread the gospel with this game. Like that's my main goal of my life. Like I wouldn't care if I turn pro. Like if I can make this game and bring people closer to God, I feel like I'm doing my job when I go down 6 feet under.
Okay. Hey, I'm behind that 100%, man. I support that. But I do want to say thank you for giving us the time, man,
Oh,
and
most
taking this
definitely,
interview.
bro. I appreciate you even just giving me the opportunity to be on your platform, bro. It's a blessing to even be here.
For sure, man. We're definitely going to link up again and do this
Most
another
def.
time.
All right, bet. All right,
All
man.
right.
God bless. I appreciate it.
Same to you, brother. Have a good one.